You made it to closing day. It may have been a long journey, but you made it. Now, do you know what to expect on this big day? Well, that's what we're talking about today, so stay tuned. I got you covered. Hello, and welcome back to another episode. In today's video, we are talking about the closing process and what you can expect on your big day. I can honestly say that if you made it to closing day, you've made it through the hardest part of the transaction. You found a house, you were able to get your offer accepted, you negotiated repairs, you secured a loan, and the next step is closing day. And I want to make sure that you are totally prepared for your big day. So let's dive in on what to expect on closing day. So the first thing to do when preparing for closing is to review your closing disclosures, also known as a CD. If you're getting a loan, one of the best ways to prepare is to thoroughly review your HUD-1 settlement statement with your realtor. This will help you understand the terms of your loan, your mortgage payment, and your closing costs that are associated with obtaining a loan, which can include your down payment. Your lender or closing attorney is to provide you with a copy of your closing disclosure at least 3 days before closing. So that way you can review it and make sure that everything is correct. So now let's discuss what you should bring to closing. So make sure that you bring a government issued ID. So this ID should match the name on your loan documents, and it should match the name that will appear on your deed. You will also need to bring the funds for closing. So you would need to bring those closing costs and your down payment, and you'll have that figure ahead of your closing appointment as to how much you're to bring for closing. So just make sure that you bring that amount in the form of certified funds to cover those fees. I would also recommend that you bring your checkbook just in case there are some last minute changes to the closing disclosure. It rarely happens, but this way you'll be prepared if you have to pay a few extra dollars that wasn't included on that closing disclosure. So what to expect on closing day? Who has to attend closing will vary from state to state, but here in North Carolina, a closing attorney will be present to handle the paperwork. Your real estate agent may attend the closing, and of course, all of the buyers who will be on the mortgage and deed will attend. If you are married but only one spouse is on the mortgage, both parties will need to attend the closing. In some cases, the mortgage lender may attend, but that's kind of rare. I've not had a closing where the mortgage lender sent someone to attend the closing on their behalf. So now that we know who all will attend the closing and who all is going to be at the closing table, what do you do as a buyer? You're going to sign a lot of paperwork. You will sign your name so much that you may actually get a cramp in your hand from signing so much. That's only if you're obtaining a mortgage loan. If you're purchasing a home with cash, you're only going to sign like 2 or 3 sheets of paper and then you're done. Of course, there can be issues to arise during closing. The most common issue that I see is the lender not sending over all of the documents, or one of the buyer's name is misspelled. There's nothing to worry about if this happens. It only takes a call to the lender and the lender will correct it and send all of the documents over. This happens pretty quickly, so really it's nothing to worry about. A closing usually takes about an hour to an hour and a half from start to finish. You know, if you're paying with cash, it could take much less than that because there's not a lot of paperwork to sign. But once all of the documents have been signed and the closing attorney records the deed, the closing attorney should be able to record the deed electronically. And by recording the deed electronically, you can get everything recorded sooner, and that way you can get your keys to your brand new home faster. But once that deed has been recorded with the county register of deeds, you'll be able to get your keys and go to your new home and celebrate. And that's really it. It's not too bad, huh? Closing day is really the easiest and the best part of the entire home buying process. So are you ready to begin the home buying process, or just want to know, a little bit more about the process? Schedule a quick call with me to discuss all of your options. I'll leave a link in the description box, and from there you can schedule a call with me on a day and time that works best for you. But I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next week. You take care. Bye-bye.